Hi guys! I know these lives have been really sporadic and not planned lately, but I'm just getting back into the swing of doing them. I had some time off going live. I kind of felt like I ran out of things to say for a little while, but I'm back. So today I wanted to come and talk to you. I'm hiding upstairs, by the way, because Matt's here. He's been signed off sick, and I get really self-conscious about going live in front of him. I'm like, you're judging me. Anyway, I wanted to come on and talk to you about what to do when it feels like your eating habits are out of control. This is something I struggled with for a lot of years, and I still struggle with sometimes. I'm actually just coming through another period of feeling like I've kind of lost my motivation, which obviously we talked about yesterday. But sometimes I feel like, for me anyway, maybe give me like some love, a comment or whatever if this resonates with you, but sometimes it moves beyond motivation. Like, you're clear on your goals, you know what you want to achieve, you know how much they're going to benefit you, and you really do want to achieve them, but you can't seem to bring yourself to actually do anything, or you just can't seem to bring yourself to care enough to eat clean. That's really hard to work through. Obviously yesterday we spoke about getting clear on what you want and getting clear on why it's going to benefit you and really connecting with your goals and all of that kind of stuff, and that's really important. But sometimes, if you're like me, there are going to be periods of time where you find it really hard to still make the changes, even though you're clear on all of that. So this is what I'm just moving through today, over the weekend. So over the weekend I had a bit of a, I call it a binge, but when I looked at what I'd had, it was... Okay, I just lost signal again. The Wi-Fi in this house is shocking. So I'm going to record it again, and then I'll upload it again. With a talk, and apparently they're crap, so I blame them. So, where was I? Yeah, so over the weekend I had what I call a binge, and I know that it's not, when I recalled it a minute ago, I was thinking about this. It, in terms of like eating disorder type binges, that's not what it was, but it was a lot of unhealthy food. So I had one of those big tear and share packets of crisps, and Lidl's. If you have Lidl's, I don't know if you have them in other countries. I know we're an international group, but it's like Aldi. I know they have them in the US. I'm not sure about anywhere else. They do like what they call a cookie dough pie. It's not cookie dough and it's not a pie. It's basically a giant cookie. So I have one of those as well. And I bought some chocolate, which I then ate the next day. So that's a lot. It's not eating disorder style binge, but it's a lot of food. And sometimes I just get into this place where I feel like I need to get it out of my system. But maybe you're stuck in this place of this is your habit. This is how you are all the time. So what you need to do, if this is the case, is you've got to find out really what's going on with you. I know for myself personally that the reason I reached that point over the weekend was because I've been feeling really stressed. I've got a lot of work on. I'm studying for my degree. We have 4 kids. We're just constantly on the go, constantly really busy. And my go-to when I'm feeling overwhelmed and stressed and like I haven't had any downtime is to eat. And because I didn't get to grips with it before the urge to eat started, I didn't catch it in time. I didn't catch my stress levels in time. And my binge was my cue to say, hey, you need to start looking after yourself and you need to start slowing down. So the reason, from my point of view, the reason we binge eat, or the reason we can't get to grips with our eating is, there are lots of reasons, but from the way I coach and the people I connect with, it's because there's something missing in your life. You're trying to fill a hole. So, like I said, for me, it's stress and overwhelm. It's when I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not allowing myself that chance to just wind down and relax. I tend to, maybe sometimes I work like 7 days a week, which obviously is not a good thing. Or I work out too much sometimes. Or just the kids, it's just this never-ending cycle of stuff to do. So for me personally, I know that overwhelm is one of my triggers. And if I don't deal with it fast enough, then that's when I start diving into food. And I know that from speaking to other clients, their issue is loneliness. Their kids have moved out. They don't have much of a social life, so they're just feeling isolated. So food becomes a comfort. I have other people who have anxiety and that triggers them to eat. And so what we really need to do is just take a look at what's going on. What I do in my nutrition programs is I get people to score their areas of their life out of 10. So your finances, your relationships, your social life, your personal confidence, your family, I'm trying to think, there's 10 things. There's 10 areas of your life, that's 5, but I'm flashing, so it's 10, that I get you to look at and score out of 10. And I don't expect you to score any of them 10. Nobody's life is that perfect. But, you kind of want to be aiming for like a 7 upwards. And if you're scoring any area like 6 or less, then that's what needs to be worked on. Because basically what you want to be trying to do is create this wholeness in your life. So I'm going to go and check back through one of my previous nutrition plans and double check what those areas are. And then I'm going to post it in the group. So you guys can all go and score yourselves and see what you score on each of them and where you need to start doing work. And then what I get my clients to do is just to go, okay, so what can I do about this? How can I improve this area of my life? And I would say do it one at a time. Don't go, okay, this needs changing, this needs changing, this needs changing, this needs changing. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? Like, choose the one you scored the lowest on, or the one that you feel is the most pressing to you, and start working on that. So today, for example, I decided to take the day off. I was like, okay, I've chosen really bad food over the weekend. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm exhausted. I feel like I can't switch off. My brain is just going and going. I need to stop. So I've taken today off, apart from this, but it just gave me the chance to wind down, and actually gave me the idea for this live. And I think we often get afraid to give ourselves downtime because we feel like if we're not doing all the time, then we're not achieving. And if we're not achieving, then we're not successful, and we drive ourselves crazy. I know I do anyway. But often you need that downtime to get the ideas, or to have the realization, or just fucking relax because life is crazy busy. So choose something to work on, and then ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? And what needs to happen so that I can score this a 9, for example, or an 8, or just maybe you want to go up by 2 points. If you've scored like a 3, then obviously that's something that needs a hell of a lot of work. Maybe we need to work together. Maybe you need to contact me about some one-on-one coaching. We can certainly arrange that. But just start looking at how you can improve these areas of your life, because getting your nutrition in order isn't as simple as just knowing exactly what to eat. I focus on this a hell of a lot in my coaching and in my programs, and that I can give you the food list. I mean, you've got a food list in this group. There's a list of foods to eat and avoid. There's the meal plan. If you've got that list and you're following the meal plan and you still can't stay on track, it's not because you don't know what to do. It's because you're battling something else which is preventing you from prioritizing this. So like over the weekend, it got to the point where eating healthy food wasn't my priority anymore. Just getting some sanity back was. And because food is what I relate to, like comfort and relaxation, that was the easiest thing for me to reach for. When you're really, really busy, maybe you've got kids, maybe you're studying, maybe you work full time, maybe you work 2 jobs, maybe you study and work and have kids, and it's all just crazy. Sometimes it feels like it's actually impossible to get that downtime. Like if you're a mum, like if you want to go and have a bath, somebody's going to follow you. You're not having that bath on your own. If you want to have a nap, somebody's probably going to wake you up from it. Like you just don't have time for downtime, and it can be hard to schedule in. So if you are naturally inclined to comfort eat, it's easier, quite honestly, to reach for the food than it is to try and schedule in some downtime that won't even be downtime because somebody's following you or interrupting you. So if you can, try and get something booked in place. Just get somebody to take the kids to the park for an hour or something so you can have a nap or have a bath, or if you've got the finances, then schedule yourself for a massage or whatever you enjoy. Go and have a coffee on your own. Just find a way around whatever it is that is, missing from your life. So last night we had a takeaway again as well. I had a chicken kebab, which is relatively healthy, but I did also eat nose chips. And then this morning I was like, okay, I need to just relax. I've been stressing about the fact that I'm not eating right. And it's hard as a coach thinking I'm trying to help people get their eating habits in order and mine aren't in order. And I had to reassure myself this morning that this is what makes me relatable as a coach, because everybody struggles, we're all human, and I know that coming through this is going to help me help you even more. And this morning I was like, right, you need to give yourself a break. Just relax, just eat the food, just eat healthy and eat as much as you want and just let it go. And you know what, I've eaten healthy today and I haven't felt the need to binge or to eat the wrong foods. So as soon as you give yourself a break, emotionally and mentally, and like stop beating yourself up for it, you're going to move through it much quicker. Nala, go see Daddy. Where's Daddy? The kinder you can be to yourself, the quicker you're going to move through this. The more you beat yourself up, the more stressed you're going to feel, and the longer it's going to go on for. And that's another one of the lessons that I teach in my coaching, is to be really kind to yourself. Because, like I said, if you beat yourself up, make yourself feel awful because you've made bad choices, or you've labelled them bad in the first place, the lower your self-esteem, the longer this carries on for. The reason that you're doing this is because you're not happy. So don't make yourself more unhappy. Doesn't make sense. So I think that's everything I wanted to say today. If you feel like this is something you're really struggling with, then you can go to my Facebook page and book a consultation and we can work together one-on-one. My one-on-one packages are, they start for 3 months. And then we can extend to 6 months at the end of the 3 months if you feel we need to. Or I also have a 90-minute like breakthrough session, which is us getting really deep, really quick, and like working through everything. Whew, I'm out of breath. And I'll create you a nutrition plan, and I'll put together some mindset stuff for you to work through as well. When we work together one-on-one, you get 3 calls a month for 3 months or 6 months. Or if we have a 90-minute session, then you get your 90 minutes of like intensive coaching, and either way I'll make you a nutrition plan. So do feel free to contact me if you need some help. And I hope this was helpful. And I'm going to upload, or I'm going to type down the areas of your life that you can score out of 10 to find out where you need to improve to help you overcome your emotional eating and start to get to grips, get in control of your eating habits. So I hope this was helpful. And I will catch up with you again soon. Bye, guys.